In today's video, I am going to talk about MiniTool data recovery software version 12.1. And as you can see here, it does the deep scan of the hard drives, memory cards, or SSDs from where you want to recover the data. And it can recover the data which was lost by human errors or system crashes. It supports a lot of file extensions, so photos, videos, audios, documents, and more. If I scroll down, you can see the different scenarios in which the data can be lost. So you accidentally deleted the files, maybe by using the shift delete button, or there was a virus attack and your OS crashed, or there was a hard drive damage. In all these cases, you can still recover your data. So don't worry. If I scroll down, you can see that it can recover the data from HDD, SSDs, USB drive, SD card, and so on. And here is the list of the file extensions which are supported for the recovery. And I think if you see the list, it almost covers all of the file types. Then at the bottom, if I scroll down, you can see the comparison between the different models. So in the free version, you can recover only 1 GB of the data. And if you want to recover more than 1 GB, then you have to buy one of the license. There are two subscription models. One is monthly, another is annual, and the last one is perpetual. And obviously I would go for the perpetual license, which costs only $99. It is allowing me to recover unlimited data, and also it can be used on 3 different PCs. You get the lifetime free upgrade also, so that is quite nice. But in the free, you can see that there are certain limitations in the functions also, and there is a limitation that you can only recover 1 GB data. At the bottom, there are again some FAQs, but for me, the most important to know is that if you are not able to open the recovered files, it means they are already damaged and corrupted before the data recovery. How it can happen? Let's say you formatted your USB drive and then you remembered that, okay, there was one video file which I needed. So you should use this tool on freshly formatted USB drive. Before using this tool, if you, let's say, copy pasted another data, some another videos or photos or any other document files, what can happen that it will overwrite your deleted file with the new data. And after that, if you are trying to recover it, it can still find it, but it might be damaged or corrupted because of the overwritten data. So this is very important point to remember. So if you lost the data, quickly use this tool or software. Do not copy paste any another data in that particular location, otherwise it will be damaged or corrupted. The second most important thing is that, let's say you are searching for the lost data on the D drive in particular folder, or directly on the D drive, let's say, and it has found all the data which was lost, and you want to save that data because you want to recover. Then you should not save it on the D drive. You should save it on another drive, maybe C, or you just use the USB drive to save that lost data. So these are the two things you should remember when you are going to use this software or the tool. Link to this software or the tool is in the description, so you can check that out. To download the software, click on download button. It will open a new window. So this is the installation.exe file. Just save that file at the location you want. Go to the location where you downloaded the installation.exe file and double click it to open this window. You can click on install now and it will start the default or standard installation process. But if you click on custom installation, then you can change the language of the software and also the installation path of the software. I'm just going to uncheck this option and click on install now. It will give you a warning that do not install this software on the drive from where you want to recover the data. Please make sure that you install it on the drive where you do not want to recover the data. Click yes, and it will need the internet connection because as you can see, it is downloading one more file and the installation will begin and it will take some time. Once the installation is complete, you can click on start now and it will take some time to load the application for the first time. As soon as application loads, you can see there are two tabs. One is logical drive. It will show you all the drive along with the partition. And if you go to devices, then it will list only the actual storage devices without any partition. So here I have one HDD, SSD, and one USB drive. At the bottom, you can see that there are different options to scan specific folders. So let's say you deleted some data on the desktop and you want to recover it, then you can just click on scan. Same for the recycle bin. So let's say you deleted the files which were already in the recycle bin completely, then you can record those files also. Or if you know the folder path where you had a data and you have lost it, then just go to that location and start the scanning process. The next option is load manually. This is not available for the free version of the software. You need to have perpetual license or subscription model of this software. What it does is, let's say you had 1 TB of hard disk which you put on the scan. It took 3 to 4 hours. Now you do not have a time to like recover or save the files. What you can do, you can save the scan result as .rss file. Next day you can just load that scan result, so you do not have to again scan the hard disk, and just from that result you can select the files which you want to recover. So it's really helpful that if you want to continue your work later, you can just use this option. The next tab is utilities. These are another tools from MiniTool. I'm going to shortly talk about Power Data Recovery Bootable. So let's say your OS crashed, then obviously you cannot install this software. But what you can do is you can create a bootable USB drive which can help you to boot into the system. And for that, obviously, you need to use another PC or the laptop. But I will not go into the details. You can check that tool on their website. And the last tab is settings. Here you can select which file systems you want to scan and also the file types. So under the document, you can see there are different file types like PowerPoint, Word document, and so on. For example, you know that, okay, you have lost only video and audio files. You do not want to recover the other files. Then you can just uncheck the other folders or other file extensions and just keep audio and video file extensions which you want to recover, and it will help into the scanning time. So it will reduce the scan because it will only focus on the audio and video files. And that is why the setting button is useful. As you can see on the screen, I have copied certain files under my USB drive, and I will show you the content of each file one by one so we can later check if in the recoverable file it is intact or not. So first is the Python file. I will show you what is the code so you can just remember or pause the screen and later cross check. Then this is the banner PNG of my YouTube channel. The next one is, let's say, this PDF for the Fusion 8 scripting guide, and the last one is my channel intro. Okay, so what I will do, I will delete one of the file by using shift delete button, and then I will format my USB drive. So let's say I will just delete my intro using shift delete. It will say that you are permanently deleting this file. I will say yes. Then I can go to this PC, then right click my USB drive and click on format and just do the quick format. Okay. And it will take some time to do the formatting. The format is complete now. What I can do is that I can just go again in the USB drive to show you that there are no files available. Now, what I will do, I will open MiniTool Power Data Recovery software, and I will just scan my USB drive by clicking on the scan button here. Then it will start the scanning. The remaining time will differ in your case. In my case, it is 8 GB USB drive. So maybe it is counting 1 minute for 1 GB. In your case, it might be different and it will take different time. But as you can see, it is scanning and it has already showing like lost files number 3. If I just click on this button and again click here, then you can see that it is showing that there is one Adobe PDF, MP4 and PNG file. So as you can see, I can just preview it by clicking on it. So let's say I click on this and click on preview. Then you can see that it is showing my intro file. I can click on save, but we will do that action later. Then if I go to the PNG and click on preview, then you can see that the same image is being displayed. So I will just keep the scanning process for you and come back later. The scanning is complete and you can see near to the lost files, there is a number 8. So in total, 8 files have been recovered. If I click on this arrow and if I click on raw files, we already saw the MP4 file, Adobe PDF file, and the PNG file. What about the Blender file and the Python file? So you need to click on this existing partition, then lost files, and under the dir or dir folder, you will see all these 3 files. You can also go to the type tab, and here you can like choose that, okay, you just want to recover document, picture, audio, video file, or other files, and so on. But I will go to path and click on this to select everything and then click on save. At the bottom, you will see in the red there is a text. It is recommended to save the recovered files on another drive, otherwise the lost deleted data would be overwritten. So what it means, I have scanned my USB drive, so I should not save the data on the USB drive. Instead, I should save my data on another drive. I will select the drive and just click on OK, and it has already saved my data under the C drive. If I click on this PC, go to C drive, there you can see the lost files 8 folder. If I click on it and under the raw files, I have my PNG. If I double click it, and you can see that it opens properly, so it is not corrupted. If I go to the MP4, this is my intro. Then if I go to PDF and double click it, this is the same PDF from the Fusion 8 scripting. And then there is another folder, existing partition, lost files. Then here I can show you the code again. It is still intact. And as you can see, the MiniTool Power Data Recovery tool has recovered all of my files intact without corrupting them, even though I formatted my USB drive, even though I used Shift Delete to delete the file. And if you like this tutorial, then please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, then please write it down in the comment section, and link to this software or the tool is in the description. So please check that out. Thanks a lot. Stay safe and stay healthy.